Well, welcome to the podcast today. Super excited about the program that we have today because we're talking about soccer. And I've got two of the most coolest soccer guys on the planet with me today on this podcast, Ryan Wheeler and Adam Williams. And we're talking soccer today, guys. You know, at First Bossier, okay, where I pastor, we started something 10 years ago called Freedom Fields. And it's become a great community connecting point for Bossier and Shreveport, Northwest Louisiana. We've done flag football in the fall. We partnered with Drew Brees, which has been fantastic, Football in America, and they're expanding, and we partner with them for our outreach. And then we've done soccer for a lot of years. And even on that, guys, over the years, I brought some of the relationships I had from Lubbock, Texas, when I was the chaplain for the Texas Tech soccer team. And Coach Stone has brought his team out to Freedom Fields 3 or 4 times, played Alabama, LSU, some other schools. Soccer is growing in this area. And Ryan, I'm going to start with you. You guys introduced something to the Shreveport-Bossier area, I want to say last year. Right. Can you tell us about that? What did you guys bring to the table? And you're just kind of evolving now and growing and all that kind of stuff.
Sure, yeah. So we are the Red River Football Club, and
when you say football, you mean soccer.
We mean soccer,
right?
yeah.
That's
football.
Adam, you'll tell me this. That's the real football, right? Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, man.
So Red River Football Club, we realized that there was a missing piece in this area, and there's lots of soccer at all levels. There's kids soccer, there's club soccer, but there's no what's next. There's no where do they go? Okay. They tend to go elsewhere. Yeah. What we're trying to do and what we're doing is putting together a soccer ecosystem, and we're starting it with the highest level of soccer play for 200 miles from our area. Wow. So you do a radius of 200 miles, and there's nothing that plays or competes with the level we are.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So there was nothing here. We brought that here. And, every inaugural anything, it takes time to build and grow and develop, learn and go through all that. But last year we had a great season, and a lot of it was just a big learning curve for us, as a club, right?
Yeah,
so
sure.
we brought Adam on to be the coach somewhat later in the half of the season, and he turned things around immensely. Yeah. So we're capitalizing on that and looking forward to the summer that's coming up. So it is a summer developmental pre-professional league, and the next step is a path to pro. So our next step is professional soccer, right? Wow. So these guys are coming from, wherever we recruit them from, basically, but from college to overseas. They could be local hometown heroes if they're good enough to play. Yeah. The idea is to somewhat professionalize and give kids that are local a path to the next thing. Okay. USL2 is what we're in right now. USL2 is the league, and there's 144, probably 160 now, all over the country, leagues, clubs within USL2. But that is what we're doing here. We're filling a void, a vacuum, and letting people know that we're here to compete, and we're here to capitalize and continue from last year, and we're looking for a deep, I don't want to say too much, but we're looking for a super competitive team this year. Wow. So if you don't know about us, now's the time to know about us, and now's the time to kind of.
Well, and Adam, before we kind of bring you in here, I think I do want to say to you, I've appreciated, Ryan, your all's professional approach to everything. You're sharp, you're clear, you're exciting, you're engaging. I think what you're bringing to the table is something that this region needs to rally around. I mean, I saw hundreds of people at the game. I've been to a couple games. You let me open in prayer. I do appreciate your passion to have faith, at least be a part of y'all's programming and that kind of thing. It's pretty cool. Adam, you've played soccer. Are you from America?
No, originally from Liverpool, England.
Liverpool, England, dude, that's awesome.
I used to try. I was lucky enough to play at Liverpool and stuff like that, and then obviously I moved to California originally, played college soccer, and then my work visa and everything brought me over here. And then I did try out for the team. I made the bottom of the roster and got on the team, but then obviously joined the board with these guys and was kind of lucky to meet some good people. And then obviously the season wasn't going as well as it should have gone. ended up coming in, trying to change a couple of things, but then obviously this year we've had a full year to kind of attack it. So we got some exciting stuff. We got commitments from a guy from Uganda who's a top goal scorer in the African Cup of Nations.
Wow.
We got guys from Syracuse, UNC that have committed. We got a bunch of local guys, even like the Crumbry Alta Club. They've reached out and they want to bring some people in, and kind of local high school talent's been emailing, and so yeah, obviously we'll have our tryouts coming out soon as well.
Well, these players, Adam, like their goal is to play for the Red River Raider Club, right? But then where do they go from here?
So it's a path to pro. So kind of the Mudbugs is pre-college.
Okay.
Ours is the top college players that some have already been drafted, but they're not quite there yet. Some are looking to get drafted into the USL 1, USL 2, and championships. So
this really is a pathway to there. I mean, that's amazing.
Announced in 2028, they'll be doing relegation and promotion.
Wow.
So you can go from USL 1 all the way to the top league now.
That's amazing. Okay.
So imagine the 49ers getting relegated and then playing into a local league. So, and then a local team can go all the way to the top.
Wow, that's cool. So they have that kind of dynamic in Major League Baseball too, right?
Yeah, they don't have relegation and promotion. They have the minor leagues.
Right,
Just
I'm just saying,
associated.
kind of a similar pattern. That's really cool.
But the Red Sox could get basically relegated in this soccer terms.
Right.
So yeah, so it makes it pretty interesting.
That's really cool. So Ryan, you saw this guy's potential as far as a coach because of what he's been building, what he has done, his passion for the game. Because how long have you been in the States?
10 years.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. And Shreveport-Bossier, you've been here how long?
5, 6 years now.
Wow. That's incredible. So you guys have gotten to know each other over the years and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
That's
I mean,
cool.
it's a recent phenomenon, really. He reached out when we were, announcing what we're doing, and then he came and started integrating with us, and then he was there, and when we needed assistance and help, because let's be honest, and that's a lot of the problem in the States, and then I guess here. We're in a good spot, but a lot of things seem to come here late and last, right? Often, and I mean, not that soccer is, but you get somebody that knows soccer, right?
Yes.
Here, baseball, football, very big, and almost any dad can go coach their kids, but it taps out, right?
Soccer's unique.
Soccer's very unique. It takes a unique skill set. It takes somebody that's grown up and done it,
That's right.
and doesn't have to look up a rule book to say, whatever. He knows that he's been there, he's done it, and it's very, very few can say that. So that means it's somewhat of a niche at the top at the pinnacle, but it's not a niche down here.
Yeah.
Soccer is such a gateway sport. Any kid with a 2-year-old, any kid with a soccer ball, any 2-year-old can go kick a soccer ball and start loving the sport.
Love it.
But then it takes the parents, it takes community, it takes all the. But when you get to the pinnacle or go higher and become more advanced, well, few and far between know and can specialize in that. So he can specialize because of his skill set, his experience. And he's been there and done that. He's played the sport at the highest, some of the highest levels in Europe.
Yeah.
So it just made sense. He offered his services. He jumped in.
Yeah.
He's helping us out. Super selfless guy, and we're very appreciative.
Well, and that's why we're excited too. So FB Sports, I grew up in Arizona, Southern California. Soccer was big out there on the West Coast. I mean, you could play it year round. It was a lot of fun. And in Texas, it was big. So when I come here, I'm like, okay, I want to bring some of that. When we do Freedom Fields, that's another avenue. But you're right, not as many dads feel comfortable coaching a team, or parents are like, well, it sounds cool, but I'm going to stick with flag football, which is great. But soccer's been a part of our FB Sports outreach for several years now. We've had good experiences. But Adam, I'm excited because you've brought something to the table, not just as a player and then as a coach with the Red River Club, but you've also had your own academy.
Yeah.
What has that kind of been over the last several years?
So we have our Little Raiders program. So we go into that's our beginner introduction program. So we go 2 to 8-year-olds.
Okay.
A lot of high fives, a lot of stickers. Feel like a clown sometimes.
Right.
Getting stung by bees and different stuff like that. But yeah, so that's kind of our introduction. So we go into all the churches, Mother's Day Out programs. We do like a word of the day, whether that's patience or confidence or I can do it, and kind of build that in with them as well. Teach numbers, colors. And then obviously looking for next year, we're going to be using you guys as our kind of home field for our academy.
Right.
We already have some teams that are signed up, and that's kind of the next step. They'll travel to Dallas, they'll find tournaments, especially the higher level academy players will have different groups, but it's hard to find good enough competition in town. So sadly, a lot of the people have to go out of town just to, Dallas or wherever it may be, just to find a level of competition that kind of pushes them as well.
So we do have the Red River Raider Club, which you're going to be coaching, but you also have your academy side that you're developing, and that's what I was excited about just today on the podcast, to be able to say FB Sports and the Red River Raider Academy side are partnering. I mean, obviously, we're grateful that you guys use Freedom Fields. That's a great way for your professional team to come and practice. I mean, it really is fun having that here, right here in Bossier. It's awesome. But then we always have done this in the spring, 8 weeks, and, we'll have 100, 130 kids play. But Adam, we're excited about partnering with you because, like you were saying, Ryan, you know the sport, you've played it, you lived it, but you also were excited about, we bring that faith element to the environment as well. And that's what we saw so popular with our flag football program. We want them to learn flag football. It's why Drew Brees was so cool about that. But it also was like, we're a ministry. And so we can offer that environment at Freedom Fields, and families have really enjoyed that. And so you want to help us with how can you partner with FB Sports on the kind of that recreational league side in the spring?
I think for us, it's because we see so many kids every week. It's bringing a lot of people here, and obviously my job is to make sure soccer runs well, and your job is to bring you message and obviously touch as many people as possible. So I think it'll be a nice change and a nice shift of environment. Even just for the parents, we go into the schools, they don't even see sometimes what they're doing, and just kind of make it a whole family thing.
A great experience.
It's great that they don't have to pick their kids up and drop them off for practice, but it's a double-ended sword. It's nice to bring everyone together on a weekend, and we can play and really start to build something. And we have a pull from Shreveport-Bossier, Benton, and kind of bring everyone for a central location.
Well, like I said, guys, we've seen it on the flag football side really grow. 300, 400 plus kids playing every year, and that's exciting. Soccer is just such a great sport, and I'm really pumped about what the potential is here. Obviously, you set out there and do it, and your community grows with it. But I appreciate what you're wanting to do, partnering together. Our FB Sports Director, Mick Smith, she was very excited about this, and when we were meeting with you, Adam, it just made sense. It was like, okay, God, you're doing something special, and to be able for families to know something professional and sharp is there, and then obviously you match that with a Freedom Fields environment, and then also a Christian environment too. It's a win-win for a lot of people, because a lot of people don't go to church, but they're coming to a league going, man, my kid's having a great experience. And it's just a way for us to bless a lot of people and encourage a lot of people, whether they're a believer or not. But sports is such a cool way to do that. And I appreciate you, Ryan, on the professional side, wanting to be so family friendly for Bossier, Shreveport, in the area. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, we are also actually a ministry organization. So we're a nonprofit, 501c3, but we started as a ministry, and we will continue on the football club as a ministry. So the segue into the academy, and then partnering with you and sports outreach, it all fits within what we're trying to do, and what you're doing and have been doing successfully, and then bringing the professionalizing the sport and professionalizing the management, and not hurting all the cats and dogs, if you will, that are all over the place, and bringing them in, and then growing that from here and out. It's going to be exciting to see where that goes.
I think so. And so we're looking to have our 8-week type recreational league with you, Adam, in the spring of 2026.
Yeah, we're going to keep everything, the rules, the age groups, and everything the same. We don't want to change kind of too much. Obviously, for us, we're going to offer some extra practices. Even if there's volunteer coaches, we'll do some free coaching sessions and stuff like that. And then hopefully we'll do like a skill and development on Wednesday. Be like 5 to 6.
Be great.
And then obviously I know you guys have church at 6, and hopefully we can get some people in there and get everyone just a.
But so people can tap into that, but then they can also maybe have access to some of your other academy stuff throughout the year.
So we have we're working with Bossier City. They've actually been great for us. And then essentially what's going to happen is we're going to work with the Bossier Parks and Rec program. We were out there this year, kind of working out how the rules and how they do it, because everyone does it a little bit different, which is weird for me.
Yeah.
In England, it's just the same everywhere you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're working with them, and obviously we'll kind of coincide. We'll bring them over here and vice versa, and then obviously the kids and the families that are wanting to take it to the next step, there is an option there for them. And then obviously, hopefully, we have a big little fan base. So then in the summer, all these pros or potential pros or D1 college, they can kind of see this and integrate with them players, and it comes to the game, and then it's just a kind of full circle.
Well, I think it's exciting. I think this area, all these types of opportunities, people need to take advantage of them. They're here. We want them to grow. You guys do. I'm telling you, you guys do a really good job with it. And so that's why I get excited about that. We've always tried to do a great job at Freedom Fields to keep it structured and focused and a great experience for families. And so anyway, I'm excited about all that. I would say this, Adam, before we wrap up. One of these days, at the end of one of these games, you can take a shot on me on goal when I'm goalie, all right? But I'm going to use a smaller goal, and then I'm going to kick a shot on you, buddy, on the real goal. Is that cool?
Yeah,
I don't think you'll be able to block it.
I'll back myself.
I'm really good, dude.
Yeah.
I'm really good. Anyway, Pele trained me back in the 50s. It was awesome. Anyway, guys, you've been great. Thank you for joining on the podcast today. Thanks for what you're doing. Seriously, Adam, I know it's a lot of work. And Ryan, that's a lot of faith for you and your team to bring a team to Bossier Shreveport. I mean, it's cool. So I want to encourage everybody, check out the Red River Raider Club. These guys are awesome. We're starting our FB Sports and Soccer League as well. All these kinds of things are happening. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Praying you have a great week.